Hey there, hope you're doing well. My name is Jake, and I'm happy to announce that here at Glasscube, we recently launched the Distr MCP server. And I just wanted to show you a use case of how you can get some value out of the Distr MCP server quite quickly. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at an application that's deployed via Distr. I'm using VS Code locally to make any changes to the code and push new versions to Distr. And speaking of VS Code, this is the vehicle, our client, that we're going to use to interface with our MCP server. And let's have a look over here on VS Code to see the MCP server configurations. So here you can see that we have both the Distr and the GitHub MCP server. Let's go see the configurations. As you can see here, we have the Distr server, which is running locally. As you can see, it's running and it's detected 39 tools. It's a little bit different for GitHub. GitHub has a hosted version of their MCP server, and we're authenticating to it via the bear token. So cool. So we can see that these are running. Let's go over to Copilot and actually look at the tools that it gives us access to. By clicking here, via these MCP servers, we're giving Copilot extra tools. And here are the list of some of the tools that I've chosen to toggle for Distr. And down here we have the GitHub tools. So let's see it in action. Let's see if it knows about our deployments. So the good thing is that it's always going to ask for permission to run one of these tools, so we can always give human validation before running anything. Okay, great. So we can see that it's detected the target, the deployment environment, which is the Hello Distr MCP target environment, and it's also detected the deployment. We can actually see here in the dashboard that there's a new version of the Hello Distr app. So let's see if it detects it. Okay, so it's going to go out and get the application to see the different versions that it has associated to. And yeah, it detects that there is a new version. Okay, so let's ask Copilot to update the version for us. Okay, so it's going to create or update the deployment. This is the tool that it has to perform that action. And as we can see here, it's already run. We can see that the new version 0.7.0 is running, but we have an error. We can check it here, but let's see if Copilot can help us. So it's going to run the deployment status job to see if it's running, and unfortunately it's failed. Yeah, it looks like it's running the wrong startup command. Yeah, so it's found the error and it's recommending to roll back. That would be pretty easy to do, but here I also want to use the GitHub MCP server, and I want to show you just how easy it is to use the LLM to find the error, fix it, and deploy a new version. And then once the version is available, then we'll also use the Distr MCP server to update to that new version. Okay, so it turns out that we had the bug in both the backend and also in the front end Docker files. So now let's commit these changes and run through the release motion. And while I'm here in Copilot, I might as well just use the GitHub MCP server to push these changes. So the push to main was detected, and now it's triggered these workflows to build the images that are then going to be pushed to the container registry. Okay, so it looks like the images were built. Let's go over to the pull requests, because release please has created a PR, which is going to create a new release tag, which is going to be 0.7.1. So let's squash and merge. This is now going to create the tag, and that new tag created is going to trigger a new workflow, which is the push Distr application version. We can see that we have the new version available here on Distr. So let's go back to Copilot and use the MCP server to deploy this newest version, or better said, to update the version that we have. Okay, so I'm just making sure that it can detect the new version. Yeah, and it can see it. So now let's trigger the update. It's going to prompt me to run the creator update deployment tool. We can always check here to make sure that the application ID and the payload is correct, but it looks like the output is a success. It's progressing at the moment, but let's see if the MCP server can give us some information. We can already see in the dashboard that the update went well, but let's just see what the MCP server tells us. Cool. So here we get the information that we're running successfully, and it gives us a bit of a brief of what's happening with each of the containers. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's everything that I wanted to show you. Now with the Distr MCP server, you're going to be able to interact with Distr in the same ways that you were before, but now you're going to be able to do it via natural language through the LLM client of your choice. Configuration is very simple. If you want to get started, just head on over to the Distr documentation and you have all of the information that you need right here. So I hope this was clear. Thanks a million for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.